please have your seats. We will be starting very soon. Please all have your seats. Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, aber ist es, also, wir spielen jetzt einfach die lange. Ja, und dann machen wir wiederholen den ersten Punkt. Ja, doch. Klar, der spielt warm und dann wird es zweite dann. Sonst hast du dann einen Schluck zu. Ja, aber das hat der auch noch die lange. Wir spielen warm, 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 okay, gut. Lauf. Warm, warm, warm. Und dann ist Takt 2. Unser Haus ist periodisch.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Central European University and as Pro-rector for Teaching and Learning of the University, it is my privilege to convene the 31st commencement of Central European University. Please be seated. Today, as ever, we celebrate both an end and a beginning. In this academic year, close to 540 students are graduating with master's and doctoral degrees, and 19 students are receiving non-degree certificates. Each one of these students represents a story of commitment, perseverance, dedication, and achievement. I would like to extend a special welcome to the representatives of the Ukraine 5 AM Coalition, who made the difficult journey from Ukraine to be with us today and to receive the 2022 CEU Open Society Prize. We are also honoured by the presence of our Board of Trustees and many distinguished guests. I would also like to warmly welcome CEU's 5th President and Rector, Professor Michael Ignatieff. I would also like to welcome the faculty and staff of Central European University, whose dedicated work throughout the past academic year has made this day possible. Finally, we give a very warm welcome to the families and friends of today's graduating students, and we thank them for their contribution to their successes. You deserve to be very proud. Before we begin the programme, I want to take a moment to honour the memory of the members of the community we have lost in the past year. Just 1 week ago today, John Albert Lalo, a 2019 graduate of CEU's International Business Law programme, fell victim to a senseless act of gun violence while on holiday with his family. He is deeply missed. This academic year, we also tragically lost a faculty member from the Legal Studies Department, Oswaldo Ruiz Chiruboga, who was an inspiration to his students, including to many of you. Another cherished colleague, Gabor Kirsty, former professor in CEU's Economics Department, died just after graduation last year. He had just published a major new book on data analytics with Gabor Békés, a lasting educational legacy. We also want to pay tribute to our longtime trustee, Richard Bloom, whose daughter is with us today. A passionate supporter of education and the eradication of poverty, he made it possible for dozens of students to pursue their dreams at CEU. Similarly, Alberto Foglia, whose son Antonio serves on the CEU Board of Trustees, passed away this winter. With extraordinary generosity of spirit, he helped make possible the redevelopment of CEU in Vienna. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember these members of our community. I would now like to invite Professor Carsten Schneider, our Pro-rector for External Relations, to present his opening remarks in German.
Sehr geehrte Mitglieder des CEU Board of Trustees, sehr geehrte Frau Präsidentin und Rektorin Shalini Randeria, lieber Michael Ignatieff, 5. Präsident und Rektor der CEU, werte Ehrengäste von nah und fern, liebe Studierende, liebe Angehörige und auch liebe Kolleginnen und Kollegen, ich begrüße Sie recht herzlich zur Abschlussfeier des akademischen Jahres 2021 an der Central European University hier in Wien. Dies ist ein spezieller Tag für uns alle. Insbesondere Sie, liebe Studentinnen und Studenten, haben lange auf diesen Tag hingearbeitet und dem großen Ziel, einem Abschluss der CEU zu erlangen, entgegengefiebert. Wir wissen alle, das war kein leichtes Jahr. Und im Namen aller, die hier auf der Bühne sitzen und in den Rängen, möchte ich allen danken für die harte Arbeit, die uns durch dieses schwere Jahr gebracht haben. Für uns alle ist das hier ein besonderer Tag voller Emotionen. Es ist die erste akademische Abschlussfeier, die wir feiern können, persönlich, in persönlicher Begegnung, hier in Wien. Das weckt selbstverständlich Erinnerungen an vorangegangene Feierlichkeiten. Diese haben, wie Sie alle wissen, über ein Vierteljahrhundert lang in Budapest stattgefunden. Heute überwiegt die Freude und auch Dankbarkeit. Dankbarkeit für die Hilfe und die freundliche Aufnahme, die die CEU erfahren hat, die wir alle hier erfahren haben, durch die Stadt Wien und das Land Österreich. Dafür möchte ich mich auch bedanken im Namen der gesamten Familie, CEU-Familie. Dieser Tag heute ist ein weiterer wichtiger Meilenstein und ein beredtes Zeugnis dafür, dass von nun an Wien unser neues Zuhause ist, in dem wir uns wohlfühlen. Und wir freuen uns darauf, unsere Zukunft gemeinsam mit Ihnen allen zu gestalten. Dazu zählen auch Sie, liebe Studierende, die in wenigen Momenten der globalen Gemeinschaft der CEU Alumni und Alumnae beitreten werden. Und bevor nun in guter Tradition alle einzeln auf die Bühne gebeten werden, hier ein paar Überblickszahlen. Es sind fast 400 Studenten und Studentinnen anwesend, um ihren CEU-Masterabschluss zu erhalten. 64 PhD-Studenten werden ausgezeichnet, 19 Studierende erhalten Abschlusszertifikate und, auch wichtig, es studieren momentan 39 Österreicherinnen und Österreicher an der CEU. Und nun ist es also Zeit, unsere Studierenden gebührend zu feiern und deren Leistung, und darauf freue ich mich jetzt. Vielen Dank.
Yesterday, we had the honour of inaugurating Central European University's 6th President and Rector. Honoured guests, graduates, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony continues with her first CEU Graduation Address. Please welcome Dr. Shalini Randeria.
Distinguished guests, members of the CEU community. This is a time for celebration for all of us, for all of you. After 2 years of confinement to virtual space for the most time, we can at long last hold our graduation ceremony in person and on site here in our newfound home in Vienna. You can finally celebrate together with family, friends, colleagues, and your teachers the passing of a remarkable year or two, which have undoubtedly been a transformative experience in more than one way. Our university has built its reputation on its academic excellence and its struggle for academic freedom. But CEU is about so much more than just enriching your knowledge and fostering a strong spirit of intellectual curiosity, rigorous thinking, and critical inquiry. We are a small community that prides itself on its diversity and its inclusiveness, and with good reason. Our student body from over 100 countries makes it certainly unique, and it should rightly make us feel proud. We are a heterogeneous community with its own distinctive character and culture of debate and dissent, polyphonic and argumentative, like democracy itself, in the best possible sense. And with a history of more than 3 decades of graduating cohorts, it's also an ever-growing community of passionate alumni, 1,800 strong and growing, whom you are joining now. So in this sense, you're not leaving the CEU today. You're merely moving on to join this larger family that comprises our university's graduates and alumni. CEU will remain your home. Your graduation is, for me, only a rite de passage, if I may say, as an anthropologist. It simply transforms your relationship to the university. Our university, as I said yesterday, at my inauguration, our university was born of an audacious idea 31 years ago, the idea of our founder, George Soros, coupled with his generosity to transform societies through the power of education. He recognized the historic importance of free and independent universities as the institutional pivot of democratization, which needs critical, creative thinking, but also social engagement and service to community. CEU is a way of life, an ethos, a commitment to the values of open, just, hospitable societies we all hold dear. It means unflinching resolve to uphold truth, also inconvenient truth, without yielding to tactical calculations or instrumental logics. As the university has shown the world under the leadership of my predecessor, Michael Ignatieff, CEU stands above all for academic freedom and the refusal to bend to those wishing to silence our voices. And if I may add a personal note here, I have been most fortunate to have had Michael's wise counsel during my first year as your rector-president. And we are grateful that he has chosen to remain at the CEU, return to the classroom as a professor. Our university is a place, a community, marked by courage and by perseverance. Nothing proves our capacity for resilience more than the fact that we all stand here together today. For this past academic year has not been without trials and tribulations. The odds have been stacked against us, although they've changed somewhat. It's been a year full of ups and downs for all of you, students, staff, and faculty. In fact, this moment, which we have come together to celebrate and share, may well be, unfortunately, a fleeting, temporary respite from the new normal ushered in by the era of COVID. Fortunately, we have overcome together many difficulties this year. New lockdowns, the disruptive rhythm of online and hybrid teaching, of masks and interminable testing, and often a sense of isolation and helplessness in the face of a tiny virus. And yet, a sense of belonging, of mutual respect and responsibility ultimately prevailed in our community throughout these difficult months. I want to believe that your lives and minds have grown immeasurably richer thanks to your experience at the CEU. This too we should remember and celebrate today. In these often dark and disorienting times, I hope the CEU has provided you orientation. I hope that your time with us has broadened your intellectual horizons and imparted the knowledge that will advance your professional lives, and that it has enriched your lives through valuable friendships, many of which will last a lifetime. I also hope that the university has inspired you to contribute to making our world more just and humane. Solidarity is rooted not only in the principles of justice and equality, but also in empathy and compassion. For me, the value of CEU lies in the ways it has enriched the life of each one of our students, made each of you more capable, both to pursue your own vision of a good life, together with the pursuit of the common good. Last but not least, the pandemic has not been the only adversity we have had to face. The Russian invasion of Ukraine and the genocidal war crimes perpetrated in the last 4 months have not only shocked and changed our world, but they have also heightened our awareness of the importance and the relevance and the urgency of our university's mission to support and further the values of open society and liberal democracy. Our community has risen to the occasion to stand up against aggression, to extend moral and also material support to those whose lives are devastated by this war. I can imagine that for our Ukrainian and Russian students, the war will definitely cast a shadow over this moment of joy and celebration today. But it would be remiss of me not to mention at least some of the acts of solidarity that have once again proved the resilience of our community. First, I would like to thank our students, especially our Ukrainian students, who took the lead in organizing in exemplary fashion material support, the transportation of medicines, clothes, or food to towns and cities within Ukraine, cities and communities in dire need. And my heartfelt thanks to all of those who contributed to their efforts by donating what was and still is needed. I would also like to express my deep gratitude to the many faculty, staff, and our PhD students especially, who have volunteered to teach and mentor the 125 Ukrainian students within the framework of our Invisible University for Ukraine. And a special word of appreciation is due to the larger CEU community, including to our alumni and our friends around the world, who have contributed generously to our Ukraine response. You have contributed $1 million for Ukrainian students and for others displaced by war. Your generous donations have provided much needed emergency aid, but also enabled us to surpass our goal to provide 30 full scholarships for the next academic year. The CEU Residence Center in Budapest has meanwhile hosted 270 war refugees from Ukraine. And through the Open Society University Network Threatened Scholars Initiative, we have secured CEU Summer University Fellowships in Budapest for more than 100 Ukrainian students, as well as several Ukrainian and Russian scholars. This too we should celebrate today. I would like to commend and to congratulate all our students and faculty for these extremely important initiatives. Let me recall the words of my fellow social anthropologist, Margaret Mead, who said, and I quote, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." End of quote. As we reaffirm our unconditional commitment, support, and solidarity with all of those in our community who are suffering from the devastation of military conflicts, civil war, violence, economic turmoil, and political persecution. Let us remember our student, Ahmed Samir Santavi, illegally jailed in Cairo since 15 months for the crime of expressing his opinion. He would have graduated with you last June. I can assure him and his family that I will continue to work tirelessly for his release and his return to Vienna, as my predecessor, Michael Ignatieff, the year before me, and we very much hope that he will be freed on the 4th of July, which is his birthday. Let me end by saying that this is the time to congratulate all of you who graduate today, to thank you for all the hard work, patience, and perseverance you have demonstrated. We are proud to have had you, I should say, in a few moments, as our students, who will now go to all corners of the world to put in practice the learning that we've been able to offer you, the knowledge, trespassing disciplinary boundaries, and able to meet some of the challenges our societies are facing the world over today. I have no doubt that you are leaving with the hope and with the inspiration that we have imparted, and I hope that you will cherish the memory of the exciting time that you have spent with us here. And although you may not quite realize it, I think you will never have so much free time on your hands again as you have had in the last years as you go about building your professional lives. I say this out of experience. I wish that you will find meaningful and fulfilling jobs within academia and outside of it, and I trust that your time at CEU will prove to be an unforgettable formative experience for all of you, whether you go on to pursue further studies here at the CEU or elsewhere, or start a professional career. So let me take this opportunity to wish you all the very best and offer my warmest congratulations to our 540 graduates, 457 masters, 64 PhDs, and 19 non-degree students. We have all reason to rejoice together here in person today. This is the time to celebrate your remarkable achievements with your professors, your friends, your family, with our staff and with our faculty, with all those who can join us today in person, and with all of those who are with us remotely. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite Dr. Alexander Soros to say a few words. Alex Soros is the Deputy Chairman of the Open Society Foundations. He's also the founding chair of Bend the Arc Jewish Action and serves on the boards of the International Crisis Group, Global Witness, Libraries Without Borders, and Central European University. Please welcome Dr. Soros.
Class of 2022, I am honored to be here today to celebrate with you and to celebrate you at CEU's first physical in-person graduation in Vienna. I would like to thank this beautiful city for welcoming us with such open arms. My family and I are deeply moved by your individual and collective efforts to carry forward CEU's mission and to fight keeping societies open and democratic across the world. The last time I spoke in person at a CEU graduation, it was in Budapest, and it was our last commencement in the city. During that speech, I emphasized the importance of fighting for open society and of the pillar of academic freedom. That despite the fact that the Hungarian government had forcibly shut us down. The first time a university had been shut down in the history of the European Union itself. And given the multiple crises we are all facing, I will continue on my pessimistic tone. Whether the Russian invasion of Ukraine to yesterday being perhaps one of the worst days in American history, with the Supreme Court's decision to overthrow Roe v. Wade, you're all entering a difficult world, and that should not be sugar-coated. But what this institution has had to endure, and what you all have had to endure between the pandemic, the turmoil in Hungary, and imprisoned fellow students, will have made you stronger, and this I am sure of. As your student president said yesterday, the power is in your hands. And for this, I want to say good luck and congratulations. The world needs you. Thank you.
Unfortunately, Dr. Liam Botstein, chairman of CEU's Board of Trustees and one of the founding members of this university, cannot be with us today. He has sent his greetings to us in a video message, which I now invite you to watch on the screen.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Central European University, I want to welcome everyone here today to this commencement ceremony of the Central European University. This is a moment of celebration and joy for everyone, and I think this is particularly a moment of great pride for the class of 2022. So I want particularly to acknowledge all the graduates who are here today and all the individuals who will receive degrees today. My name is Leon Botstein. I'm the chair of the Central European University Board of Trustees. I would have loved to have been here in person, but I tested positive for COVID. So this virtual message one of many that you have already gotten used to in this pandemic and post-pandemic period, will have to suffice. I want to say that the achievement of this class of 2022 is unlike any other. You have all earned your degrees in the most incredible and difficult of circumstances. Not only did you have to deal with the pandemic and the restrictions and uncertainties and fears that it brought and the dangers, but also you've earned your degrees as the Central European University made its move from one city and one nation, Budapest in Hungary, to Vienna here in Austria. And the moving of university, its faculty, students, and administration from one country to another is unprecedented. And the fact that it took place with such relative ease, with as few problems, and resulted in each of you being able to complete your degree requirements is in fact an accomplishment that needs to be remembered and honored. And I want to take this opportunity not only to congratulate the students, but the faculty and the staff of the Central European University that worked so hard and with such idealism to make sure that the shift from Budapest to Vienna took place and worked. I also want to thank the Austrian authorities, the city, and of the state that enabled the Central European University to continue, despite the fact that it was expelled from one nation, even in the European Union. I want, at this commencement ceremony, also to remind us all of what makes the CEU different. The degrees you will get here today represent an achievement at a university of great excellence, but it also is a diploma from a university that has set a standard for what it means to be a university in society, for an engaged university, in which the graduates and students work and emerge with a sense of forging a connection between the intellectual tradition and the conduct of life. This is not a university that fits quite the image of the so-called ivory tower, not that any ivory tower ever existed. But it does represent a commitment to the way in which theory, knowledge, research, and scholarship can be translated and adapted and used to improve the human condition for ourselves and for our fellow human beings. The second thing about the university that makes it absolutely distinctive is its international character. As students come forward and get their degrees, you will see students from over 100 countries. They all have lived together, worked together, been in classes together, shared a common language, and joined the enterprise and the conversation of research and study, which knows no national, ethnic, or religious borders. This is a commitment to the capacity for us as human beings to live together despite our differences, despite differences in language, in religion, in national identity, in any other markers of how we define ourselves. This has made the CEU unique. I have been privileged to be a trustee for 30 years. And when the university was first started, it was designed to break open a long tradition of closed discourse within the Soviet Empire, within Soviet communism, which took control of the universities. And it was designed to open up discourse and the intellectual tradition to a new generation that was going to face a post-communist future. That mission largely was successfully achieved over the last 30 years. And as the university was forced to move to Vienna, it has now faced and will face in the future a new and even more important challenge and mission, and that is the struggle for the soul of our fellow human beings, of a notion of a society that is based on intolerance, on autocracy, not on individual rights, not on dissent, not on critical inquiry, but on belief systems that tend toward the homogeneous, to the intolerant, and that actually traffic more with violence and fear and the restriction of freedom. That's one alternative, and the other alternative is an effort to keep democracy from disappearing, but also improving democracy. The war of Russia against Ukraine, its aggression against Ukraine, is a symbol of what now faces the Central European University in its mission. Its mission is to prepare future generations to engage in the struggle against a politics of fear, anger, mistrust, of an inability to distinguish truth from lies, and from a belief in myths of national superiority, homogeneity, and difference that override those things that bind us together as human beings. Democracy, freedom, critical inquiry, freedom of thought, dissent, respect for difference, all the things we would like to see in a civilized, complex, and pluralist democracy, including the resolution of issues of inequality and injustice, those things that we identify with democracy and a free society and an open society, those things require individuals who can articulate, persuade, and fight for a civilized world and a just world that is under threat. And so suddenly the issue is no longer one particular part of the world and no longer just in Europe or the United States, but all over the world, the fight for a world in which education is a right and an opportunity, and where there is a greater achievement of human dignity and justice. The university has a crucial role to play in making that happen. And no university is more important in leading the way than the Central European University. So you, as graduates who become holders of a CEU degree, are in fact in the forefront of the most important struggle of our times to create a just, fair, and decent world. Congratulations to all of you in the class of 2022.
We now welcome our alumna speaker. Raza Ostras-Kaite is an alumna of CEU's International Relations and Political Science departments. She serves as permanent representative to the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the OSCE. She served as head of mission for the International Commission on Missing Persons in Iraq. She worked in various capacities at the OSCE and the European Union, and has contributed to several publications on EU foreign and security policy and the OSCE. Please welcome our alumna speaker, Raza Ostras-Kaite.
Dear CEU community, good morning. I'm very honored to stand in front of you and to share this special graduation ceremony with you, our future leaders. The future is not something we enter. The future is something we create. But as you leave CEU, you are taking with you not just a lot of memories of a great time you spent in beautiful cities of Vienna and Budapest. You take a lot of knowledge and skills. You take a diploma of an exceptional educational institution. And of course, you take with you lots of friends, a network of friends across Europe and beyond. You are well equipped to face the challenges of today and to offer solutions. Let me share my personal story. 20 years ago, I called Iris my home. For my MA thesis, I explored intricacies of international atrocity mechanisms and the establishment of international criminal court. Little did I know that 20 years after, I will need to revisit the definition of war crimes, crimes committed on the continent of Europe, in Ukraine. The war has returned to Europe, and we are facing an unprecedented aggression by Russia against Ukraine. Bucha, Irpin, Hostomel, Borodyanka, these are sleepy towns until now, and yet by now they are bywords for war crimes committed by Russian armed forces. These crimes cannot go unpunished, and I'm very pleased that ICC is seized of the matter. But when we consider war crimes, we should not forget that the worst of crimes is war itself. We cannot match the bravery and the sacrifices of Ukrainian people, but we are tapping into the true power of Europe, solidarity. We stand in full solidarity with the Ukrainian people and Ukraine as they defend their homeland and our values. So when you follow your heart and you create your future, don't forget to express your solidarity, compassion, and kindness to those who are struggling. Bon courage.
We now welcome our student speaker, Andrew King. After completing a bachelor's in philosophy and literature at the University of California in Berkeley, Andy served as a global academic fellow at NYU in Shanghai and earned a Master of Fine Arts degree at the Iowa Writers' Workshop. Andy will continue to work at the intersection of literature, philosophy, and disability studies by returning to UC Berkeley for a PhD this fall. Welcome, Andy.
Welcome, distinguished guests, members of the CEU board, faculty, staff, families, and friends, and most of all, my fellow graduates. I'll begin at the ending. Congratulations to making it to where you are now, to where we are now. Though we were thrilled to join each other for in-person classes this fall, this year has been anything but normal, whatever normal means. We had hoped the pandemic would be behind us, that we wouldn't be witnessing climate crisis, the brutal invasion of Ukraine, the global rise of authoritarianism, fascism, and theocracy. Just yesterday, the US Supreme Court overturned half a century of precedent that protected what Amnesty International calls the human right of access to safe, legal abortion, laying the groundwork for attacks on this and other such rights in America and internationally. But here we are, made wiser by last year's lessons in adaptation, compassion, and generosity. We adapted in pivoting to online learning. We were compassionate in supporting our distant or our sick classmates. We were generous and creative when we built what the Austrian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein called a form of life amongst ourselves. We checked in on each other when it seemed like the gray Viennese winter would never end. We wrote our papers and, like all good students, complained. We grew close. And now we prepare to leave CEU with our degrees in hand as the next generation of thinkers, organizers, activists, and leaders. Those who ask why, even when told not to, who ask how, even in the face of seeming impossibility. This leads me to a well-worn story. Many of us, I'm sure, have heard about Diogenes the Cynic, the sharp-tongued ancient Greek philosopher who, it's said, lived in a clay jar, told Alexander the Great to get out of his sunlight, and ruined Plato's carpets. Diogenes famously went through the marketplace with a lantern in broad daylight, declaring that he was looking for an honest person. The source texts, however, say something slightly different. Diogenes sought not an honest person, but simply a person, anthropon, perhaps even the idea of humankind. No doubt the gesture was partially sarcastic, but we can find in it something more, A reminder not only that seeking the true, the good, and the beautiful requires that we risk, well, being a little annoying sometimes, but that what seems most obvious is often most in need of scrutiny. The German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, drawing on the story millennia later, said that not only must we know what we're looking for when we light our lanterns, we must first find our lanterns. I think of my time at CEU as a time of finding my lantern. I looked for it by the light shed by others, by the lights of your lanterns, my fellow graduates. Though the present may seem dark and the future murky, we go into it now in search of ideas, ourselves, and humankind. We have come so far already. I am hopeful that we will find all this and more, and that the world will be made better for it. Congratulations and good luck.
We will now have a musical interlude. We have here today an ensemble of excellent young brass players. They will perform for us Daniel Speer's sonata from Die Bänkelsänger-Lieder. The term Bänkelsänger means bench singer and refers to travelling musicians who performed in local taverns, standing on benches and singing somewhat off-colour songs. Please welcome the Austrian Brass Consort. Thank you very much for that beautiful performance. We continue with the conferral of master's degrees by the President and Rector. The heads of the academic departments and programs will call each candidate to step onto the stage and come forward to be greeted by the President and Rector, Shalini Randeria. Candidates for the master's degrees of class of 2022, please rise. President and Rector, there are 398 graduating master's degree students present here today, as well as 17 graduates of non-degree programs. I would like to ask you to confer the master's degrees on our students and acknowledge the participants of our non-degree programs.
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and Trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you your master's degrees, also shown on the screen. Congratulations to all of you for this remarkable achievement. Please be seated.
First, candidates for the Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees from the Department of Economics and Business will be presented to us by the department head, Professor Adam Zawodowski.
Candidates for the Master of Arts and Master of Science degrees from the Department of Economics and Business, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economics are David Almási, Hungary. Bernardo Bandeira de Melo, Brazil. Ramzi Cheriag, Tunisia. Che Chen, China. Jodar Joldoshov, Kyrgyzstan. Abay Jumabayev, Kazakhstan. Anna Pilintseva, Russian Federation. Damira Shaikenova, Kazakhstan. Tomas Chivak, Slovakia. Adam Vig, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy and Global Markets are Jingxian Chu, China. Jingya Chu, China. Sara Dungai, Albania. Matin Gasimzadeh, Azerbaijan. Aysulu Khairbekova, Kazakhstan. Hriday Kandari, India. Maisam Mohseni, Afghanistan. Yerkanat Moldabekov, Kazakhstan. Israt Oeshi, Bangladesh. Onyekachi Onike, Nigeria. Maria Rossi, United States of America. Katalin Rostás, Hungary. Ferovzva Swapnil, Bangladesh. Shoruk Tojidinov of Tajikistan. Zuzana Vadle, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Business Analytics are Khawaja Hassan Abbas, Pakistan. Aftab Alam, Pakistan. Fatima Arshad, Pakistan. Ghazal Ayobi, Afghanistan. Harris Chima, Canada. Abigail Chen, Philippines. Oscar Egervári, Hungary. Péter Endes Nagy, Hungary. Shah Ali Gardezi, Pakistan. Nawal Hassan, Pakistan. Gyöngyvér Kamenár, Hungary. Mahrukh Khan, Pakistan. Mariam Khan, Pakistan. Victoria Konya, Hungary. Adam Kovács, Hungary. Ersan Kuchukoglu, Turkey. Rauhan Nazir, Pakistan. Nam Son Nguyen, Vietnam. Ali Sial, Pakistan. Attila Szűcs, Hungary. Samira Umarova, Kazakhstan. Shara Varga, Hungary. Muhammad Talha Zahid, Pakistan. Yuri Cunha, Brazil. István Janko, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Finance are Karam Abdin, Syrian Arab Republic. Mohammad Al-Dala, Egypt. Farad Amiri, Afghanistan. Bhavik Buradev, India. Suet Naga Chen, Hong Kong. Leo Freeman, Austria. Muskan John, India. Asyazat Kabasova, Kazakhstan. Reshan Kun Kun, Trinidad and Tobago. Igor Lee, Russian Federation. Benedek Litz, Hungary. Jonas Munsabira, Rwanda. Márton Shimo, Hungary. Udaiban Hiralal Singh, India. Neha Soni, India. János Szekeres, Hungary. Daniel Toshoki, Hungary. Stanislav Vasiliev, Ukraine. Tamás Bakos, Hungary.
Candidates for the Master of Science degrees from the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy will be presented by their former department head, Professor Laszlo Pinter.
Candidates for the Master of Science degrees from the Department of Environmental Sciences and Policy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Sandugash Abisheva from Kazakhstan. Bryce Davis from the United States of America. RJ Arsinu Dineros from the Philippines. Bianca Nina Filesto Butzalan from Italy and New Zealand. Istvan Attila Filutas from Hungary. Nora Kulcsár from Hungary. Leah Mary Martin from the United States of America. Luis Felipe Morasolis from Mexico. Mátyás Péter Murányi from Hungary. Anastasia Pavlenko from the Russian Federation. Ambika Sairam from India. Ashley Tota from the United States of America. Olja Vidovic from Serbia. Jan-Luc Wisniewski from Australia and Poland. Emily Merritt Bankert from Germany and Switzerland. Mihaela Bondandini from Italy. Sven Peter Cornelius Borghardt from the Netherlands. Sumei Chua from Malaysia. Lena Carlotta Grobusch from Germany. Katharina Hartmann from Germany. Elena Masterova from the Russian Federation. Begona Perez Perez from Spain. Pichap Faibol from Thailand. Sabrina Katerina Rossi from Hungary. Lawrence Sellers from the United Kingdom. And Maricruz Vargas from Costa Rica.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Gender Studies will be presented by their department head, Professor Franziska de Haan.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Gender Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Masters of Arts in Critical Gender Studies, Anastasia Dmitrievskaya from the Russian Federation. Shirin Shaher Mohammed Idayes from Palestine. Maliha Mohsin from Bangladesh. Nha Thi Tan Nguyen from Vietnam. Oishi Sengupta from India. Daria Tusheva from the Russian Federation. Candidate for the Master of Arts in Gender Studies. Martini Azini, Islamic Republic of Iran. Carla González Pol from Chile. Alba Hernández Sánchez from Spain. Swantje Höft from Germany. Georgia Hagen from Canada. Paula Jo Foster from Spain. Elsa Pearson, United Kingdom. Arianna Solazzo, Italy. Anri Yoshi from Japan. And Mars Zaslavsky from the United States of America and Canada. The candidate for the Master of Arts in Women's and Gender Studies, GEMA, is Tim Zuiderhout from the Netherlands. And the candidates for the Master of Arts in European Women's and Gender History, Matilda, are Lola Dickinson, United Kingdom, Yulia Kishuk from Ukraine, and Jovia Vesely from Hungary.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History will be presented by their department head, Professor Jan Hennings.
Candidates for the Masters of Arts degrees from the Department of History, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History, 1 year, are Hannah Abramson from Israel. Alina Amrozova, Russian Federation. Lucy Coatman, United Kingdom. Khalil El Hariri, Lebanon. Patrick Hegarty Morris from the United Kingdom. Christofor Kosmides from Greece. Rebecca Naus, United States of America. Eva Patti from Hungary. Tatiana Shishkina from Ukraine. Jan Patrick Sheely from Austria. Yelizaveta Solotnikova, Russian Federation. And Dmitry Zharov, also from the Russian Federation. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History from 1500 till the present, are Alperen Arslan from Turkey. Beren Azizi from Turkey. Lumi Bikiri from the Republic of North Macedonia. Bogoya Dimitrov from Bulgaria. Jonas Jansky from Slovakia. Abdullah Mirza from the United States of America. Tyler Miri from the United States of America. Alexander Thatcher from the United States of America. The candidate for the Master of Arts degree in History in the Public Sphere is Jingtong Zhen from China.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of International Relations will be presented by their department head, Professor Thomas Fetzer.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees in International Relations, please step on the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Relations one-year program are Fionla McKinnon Blair from the United Kingdom. Barbara Blaskova from Slovakia. Melinda Dabiš from Hungary. Janis Patrick Ernst from Germany. Ali Iskandarov from Azerbaijan. Alicia Ivanova from Belarus. Guilherme Augusto Klinkerfuß from Brazil. Marita Lagice from Georgia. Ksenia Parfionova from the Russian Federation. Alessandro Pitilio from Italy. Dorian Claire Rembetsky from the United States of America. Veronika Ruskova from Canada. Karina De Vira Siswanto from Indonesia. Stella Tangian from Armenia. And Adrian James Whitus from the United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Relations 2 years degree are Ákos Baumgartner from Hungary. Meredith Blake from the United States of America. Madalina Bot from Romania. Bihu Chamadia from India. Daniel Čefalvaj from Slovakia. Gleb Yevgenievich Golubkov from the Russian Federation. Nada Grecu from Romania, from Serbia. Patricia Romina Janak from Germany. Thijs Korsten from the Netherlands. Anita Maria Mangalat from Austria. Bernadette Miskolci from Hungary. Markus Pollack from Austria. Dora Buda from Croatia. Natalie Sara Rataj from Austria. Nina Rostalny from Germany. Tizia Natale Rupp from Austria. Tamas Shatberashvili from Georgia. Tiffany Trudel from France. Anna Valentini from Hungary. Anastasia Vorozova from the Russian Federation. And Maria Zakarian from Armenia. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Legal Studies will be presented by their department head, Professor Matthias Merschel.
Candidates for the Masters of Laws and Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Legal Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. So the candidates for the Masters of Laws degree in Comparative Constitutional Law are Shaista Aziz from India, Lala Darchinova from Azerbaijan, Laszlo Hürner from Hungary, Eka Mamrikishvili from Georgia, Julia Alexandra Pötze, Hungary, Franziska Puppeter, Austria, Logan Robert Trombley, United States of America, Onur Can Uçerer, Turkey, Sruti Sagar Yamunan, India. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in Human Rights are Ibrahim Al-Qasim from Syria, Dalal Alausse from Syria as well, Annabelle Victoria Ilona Beaumont, United Kingdom and Hungary, Unyime Enobong Eyo from Nigeria, Anna Gudadze from Georgia, Isabella Humelgen, Brazil and Portugal, Renata Rossi Ignacio, Brazil, Denica Todorova Marincheva, Bulgaria, Vivian Anyango Uya, Kenya, Marielis Padua Soto, United States of America, Yasmin Rauch, Germany, Saumya Satish Raval from India, I'll stop a second, there's a traffic jam. Krutika Ravindra Reddy from Puerto Rico. Sorry, I'm supposed to say correction. Marielis Padua Soto is from Puerto Rico. So we're still with Krutika Ravindra Reddy, India. Anna Ritka, Czech Republic. Alisa Shilova, Russian Federation. Georgia Ellen Spite, United Kingdom. And Salome Tsiklauri from Georgia. Thanks a lot. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Human Rights are Zara Aftab, Pakistan; Ramez Al-Hayek, Palestine; Nazira Shamshirinova Alieva, Kyrgyzstan; Saule Aripova, also Kyrgyzstan; Sarah Asikainen, Finland; Akil Atai, Afghanistan; Miljana Kabrilovsky, Serbia; Nikki Delugi, Italy; Stephanie de Wolf, Belgium; Montserrat Garcia Aguilar, Mexico; Jan Isaac, United States of America; Sovet Anna Sisi, United States of America; and Marielle Hanna Turkowski, also United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in International Business Law are Bence Antonia, Romania and Hungary; Stefano Cherubini Retamero, Argentina and Italy; Madina Dumanova, Uzbekistan; Lili Hanna Feher, Hungary; Polina Karachenseva, Russian Federation; Zainab Karimova, Azerbaijan; Naima Mamadova, also Azerbaijan; Edona Potera, Kosovo; Mikhail Rekviashvili, Georgia; Mohammad Safarli, Azerbaijan; Syed Zulkifil Haider Shah, Pakistan; Elmira Usenova, Kyrgyzstan; and last but not least, Alexander Vasilenko, Ukraine. Congratulations to you all.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Medieval Studies, including their Cultural Heritage Studies program, will be presented by the department head, Professor Daniel Ziemann.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Medieval Studies Department, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Late Antique, Medieval and Early Modern Studies are Michal Augustovic from Slovakia, Selina Beril Felix from Hungary, Zsofia Csilla Nadoy from Hungary, Chloe Ann Peters from Canada, Lukas Plevko from Slovakia, Anna Shetnikova from the Russian Federation, and Kayla Yankelevich from Argentina. The candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History, Late Antique, Medieval and Renaissance Studies are Daria Ageeva from the Russian Federation, Ana Ines Aldazabal from Argentina, Katerina Balsirakova from Slovakia, Sharanya Chandran from India, Agnes Font from Hungary, Agata Agata Cristiana Georgescu from Romania. Marie-Eve Catherine Lafontaine from the United States of America. Zeynep Olgun from Turkey. And Osman Yüksel Özdemir, also from Turkey. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Cultural Heritage Studies, Academic Research, Policy Management are Tinatin Bagashvili from Georgia, Tekla Ildiko Balog Bodor from Hungary, Irina Leka from Romania, Flavia Elisabetta Matei, also from Romania, Mariam Shah from Pakistan, Nana Twumasi Tiamoa from Ghana, and Claudia Veisaj from Albania. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Programme of Nationalism Studies will be presented by the Programme Head, Professor Michael Miller.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Programme of Nationalism Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Masters of Art degree in Nationalism Studies one-year program are Akim Alo, Mohammad Ahsan Chima, Hava Gorbanova, oh, sorry, I forgot the name, Binit Gurung, Nepal, Christian Paulini, United States of America, Emily Reed Schultheis, United States of America, Jana Stankovic, Serbia. Candidates for the Masters of Art degree in Nationalism Studies two-year program are Dana Kagio, United States of America, Moritz Drexler, Germany, Natalia Fedorenko, Russian Federation, Hannah Grace Garrett, United States of America, Nadezhda Karpenko, Belarus, Victoria Kobzeva, Russian Federation, Patricia Nye, Romania, Ömer Halil Ünal, Turkey, Victoria Zdorovilova, Russian Federation.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Philosophy will be presented by Professor Simon Rippon.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Philosophy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy one-year program are Samuel Geiger, United States of America, Andrew King, United States of America, Ivana Kulic, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Rexton Laird, United States of America, James Long, United States of America. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy two-year program are Anton Dolmatov, Russian Federation, Kaylin Kasha, Turkey. Andreas Kauderer, United States of America and Germany. Arilda Leishi, Albania. Marta Matkovic, Croatia. Dara Mu, United States of America. Diane Plachkovic, Croatia. Rebecca Pushkar, United States of America and Russian Federation. Swithin Thomas, India. And Nhan Vu, Vietnam.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Political Science will be presented by the department head, Professor Andres Moles.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Political Science, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science one-year program are Aslan Albilkairov, Kazakhstan. Finn Erik Adomeit, Germany. Yagmur Aydoğan, Turkey. Kanaf Biram Barman, India. Anastasia Blashko, Ukraine. Dan Breban, Sweden. Teresa Bukharova, Czech Republic. Ellen Carey Byrne, Ireland. Ildar Daminov, Kazakhstan. Lorena Dracula, Croatia. Merve Dumanli, Turkey. Marie-Louise Geraldino Dumas, Philippines. Sada Garibova, Azerbaijan. Paul Anna Goldgisser, United States of America. Parvin Heiran, Afghanistan. Sumiat Waiklang, Myanmar. Volkan Isvasaran, Turkey. Miskat Yahan, Bangladesh. Kenan Kadic, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thomas Mason, Canada. Kamila Mazjanova, Kazakhstan. Michael McInerney, United States of America. Bafid Motkatari, Islamic Republic of Iran. Koichi Osamura, Brazil. Alessandra Oshiro, Peru and Brazil. Valentino Petrovic, Croatia. Gulnaz Sabirova, Russian Federation. Eray Simsek, Turkey. Yang Chi Sue Nyang, Myanmar. Merve Togöz, Turkey. Vartulvuk Sangkusa, Croatia. Tiha Wint Aung, Myanmar. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science two-year programs are Anastasia Andreeva, Russian Federation. Rufat Demirov, Republic of North Macedonia. Chao Thi Minh Dinh, Vietnam. Shandor Chava Maciusz, Hungary. Simon Oslo, United Kingdom. Rick Slootweg, Netherlands. Yulia Somoji, Hungary. Mukhtar Tashkanyev, Kazakhstan.
Candidates for the master's degrees from the Department of Public Policy will be presented by the Head of Department of Public Policy, Professor Martin Kahanets.
Candidates for the master's degrees from the Department of Public Policy, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Public Administration degree are Monty Al, Hungary; Vilma Beka, Albania; Jacob Shannon, USA; Rodrigo Jimenez, Mexico; Aziza Dosibayeva, Kazakhstan; Nikita Yegorov, Russian Federation; Sofia Ferenbach, Germany; Flora Heveshi, Hungary; Marton Juhas, Hungary; Hannah Moore, United States of America; Timur Naushirvanov, Russia; Sophie Rödger, Germany; Julia Todt, Hungary. Candidates for the Master of Arts in Public Policy are Zainab Al-Sayrafi, Kingdom of Bahrain; Gaita Al-Shar, Syria; Ahlam Al-Akrili, Yemen; Alexander Arsenev, Russia; Olga Villa, Spain; Kristina Boyakova, Russia; Elizabeth Clemons, United States of America; Ileana Valdez, Paraguay; Borbala Dombrowski, Hungary; Elena Eisenhofer, Austria; Brady Fuller, United States of America; Kenichi Kagatani, Japan; Sophie Ni, Cambodia; Andrei Popa, Romania; Bilge Senerolu, Turkey; Gabia Šiaulietytė, Lithuania; Niamh Webster, Scotland. Candidates for the Master of Arts in Public Policy MAPP degree of the Erasmus Mundus Master's Program are Maria Costa, Brazil. Candidates for the Master of Arts in International Public Affairs are Eric Bichel, United States of America; Melina Boyne, Germany; Emil Burinci, Republic of Moldova and Romania; Alexis Chalon, France; Alexander Chermnik, Ukraine; Sophie Fegerl, Austria; Dinudi Gedara, Austria; Seungkyung Kang, Republic of Korea; Catherine Langewald, Germany; Emma Chiara Mana, Italy; and Anastasia Tarasova, Ukraine. Congratulations.
Candidates from the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology will be presented by their department head, Professor Vlad Naumescu.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Sociology and Social Anthropology one-year program are Emma Barsegova from the Russian Federation, Frederick Bredday, United Kingdom, Ahmed El Mongi, Egypt, Amira El Said, Egypt, Elahe Eslami, Islamic Republic of Iran, Anna Gersh, United States of America, Ahmed Jema, Tunisia, Christopher King, Ireland, Dimitro Kozak, Ukraine, Alejandra Mayer, Mexico, Gulnara Miribayeva, Kazakhstan, Mihaela Pamfiliev, Romania, Carla Rivera Blanco, Spain, from Spain, Mariam Salehi, Islamic Republic of Iran. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Sociology and Social Anthropology two-year program are Ezgi Aratz from Turkey, Ahmed El Gezi from Egypt, Lila Eredic from Hungary, Alexandra Koroleva from the Russian Federation, Eslam Mohammed, Egypt, Akos Nag from Hungary, Cheryl Ng, Singapore, from Singapore, Clara Nag from Hungary, my mistake. Fanny Pushkash from Hungary, Vita Schneider from Ukraine, and Arjin Tas from Turkey.
We continue now with the award of the certificates for the university's Roma Graduate Preparation Programme. Graduates of the Romani Studies Postgraduate Specialization Programme will be presented by Professor Angela Kurze, Chair of Romani Studies.
Thank you. Students of the Roma Graduate Preparation Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Students of the Roma Graduate Preparation Programs are Daniela Bace from Albania, Dimitar Dimitrov from Bulgaria, Stalina Dungai from Albania, Raina Yurieva Emilova from Bulgaria, Anila Harapi from Albania, Elmas Küçkün from Turkey, Vatlum Kriezi from Kosovo, Elvira Popenko from Ukraine, Valeria Regepagic from Sweden, Tunay Tokmak from Turkey,
And we have one student who cannot come today, and I would like to celebrate him as well, Thomas Sárközy from Slovakia.
We continue with the award of certificates for the university's Open Learning Initiative, the OLIVE program. Awards will be presented by Prem Kumar Rajaram, Head of Unit and Director of Studies.
Students of the Open Learning Initiative University Preparatory Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Dina Shaban El Tantawi from Egypt. Nermin Wahi from Palestine. Majdaleen Khalel Mohammed from Syria. Manal Maroof from Syria. Alphonse Ndayi Saba from Burundi. Tibean Esnake Wolde from Ethiopia. And there are two students who could not join us today. I'd like to celebrate them as well. Amir Murad from Palestine and Mohammad Sami Ulkani from Afghanistan.
We now continue with the conferral of doctoral degrees. Since the Middle Ages, it has been an academic custom that those who enter the highest level of scholarly achievement receive a ceremonial hood as the insignia of their new academic status. Today, we induct a new body of scholars into the Academy as we award them with this, our highest degree. Central European University is proud to announce that this academic year, 65 doctoral students are graduating. Not all can be present at this ceremony. We shall now present the doctoral degrees to those candidates who are present today. Doctoral candidates, please rise. President and Rector. President and Rector, the candidates who stand in front of you have fulfilled all the requirements for the doctoral degrees of Central European University. The faculty of Central European University recommend that they be awarded doctoral degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Charter and trustees of Central European University, I now confer upon you the doctoral degrees also shown on the screen. Very hearty congratulations to all of you and to your supervisors.
I will now ask the supervisors and the escorting faculty members to assist us in the doctoral hooding ceremony. Your valuable guidance and advice throughout the years contributed significantly to the success of these doctoral candidates. We thank you and congratulate you on their success. Please rise and be recognized. Doctoral graduates, please remove your caps. Turn left and hand your hood to the faculty member behind you. Please turn to face the audience. Faculty members, please raise the hood and place it over the head of the doctoral graduate in front of you. Now I ask the doctoral graduates to put your caps back on. It's not over yet. And supervisors and escorting faculty members, please be seated. And now I call the doctoral graduates to move to the front of the stage to receive their diplomas. Doctoral graduates, please turn to the left and line up on the steps of the platform. Please step forward to receive your diplomas and be greeted by the President and Rector when your name is called. I ask the President and Rector to rise to greet the doctoral candidates. I'm calling to the front of the stage Doctors of Philosophy in Cognitive Science, Mia Karabegovic from Croatia. Supervisors, Christoph Heinz, Dan Schweber. Oana Stanciu from Romania. Supervisors, Jozef Fischer, Mate Lendia. The Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, Bizan Abdulkader from Syria. Supervisor, Yusuf Akbar. Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, István Boza from Hungary. Supervisor, Andrea Weber. Lajos Tomás Szabó from Hungary. Supervisor, Andrea Weber. Doctors of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences and Policy, Stefan Simon Bettin from Germany. Supervisor, Michael Lebel. Anna Stoyilvoska from the Republic of North Macedonia. Supervisor, Michael Lebel. Csaba Tóth from Hungary. Supervisors, Alan Watt, Laszlo Pinter. Doctors of Philosophy in Comparative Gender Studies, Eva Dimovska from the Republic of North Macedonia. Supervisor, Yasmina Lukic. Dmitry Dogorov from the Russian Federation. Supervisor, Erzsébet Barat. Lika Hettinga from the Netherlands. Supervisors, Hadley Rankin, Haysin Yoon. Sarah Werner Boada from France and Germany. Supervisor, Eva Fodor. Doctors of Philosophy in Comparative History, Ricky-Mari Johanna Muhonen from Finland. Supervisor, Charles Shaw. Nikola Pantic from Serbia. Supervisor, Aziz Al-Azmer. Nicholas Adam Wormuth from the United States. Supervisor, Konstantin Iordaki. Doctor of Juridical Science, Pelin Turan from Turkey. Supervisors, Katerina Skanga, Matthias Merchel. Doctors of Philosophy in Medieval Studies, Ilyana Kanja from the Russian Federation. Supervisors, Daniel Zeman, Gerhard Jaritz. Nivana Silnovic from Croatia. Supervisor, Volker Menze. Doctor of Philosophy in Medieval Studies and Doctor of Philosophy in Late Antique, Medieval and Early Modern Studies, Karen Lynn Stark from the United States. Supervisors, Gabor Kranitsoy, Jozef Laszlowski. Doctors of Philosophy in Network Science, Rebecca Sabor, Hungary. Supervisor, Federico Batizzon. Julia Pertzel from Hungary. Supervisor Balázs Vedres. Doctors of Philosophy in Philosophy. Zlata Bozac. Supervisor Zoltan Miklos. James Cartledge from the UK. Supervisor David Weberman. Doctors of Philosophy in Sociology and Social Anthropology. Vinod Ashok Satape. Supervisors Jean-Louis Fabiani and Vladna Mestri. Doctor of Philosophy in Political Science. Nassim Abi Ghanem from the Lebanon. Supervisor Erin Jenny. Nemjana Batrievcic from Montenegro. Supervisor Levente Litvol. Dominic Brenner from Germany. Supervisor Laszlo Choba. Andreea Nicuta from Romania. Supervisor Alexandra Astrov. Tomasz Ferenc Peragovic from Hungary. Supervisor Alexander Astrov. Elettra Repetto from Italy. Supervisor Zoltan Mikloshi. Antonio Enrique Smith-Bravo from Venezuela. Supervisor Michael Dorsch. Congratulations to all our doctoral graduates. I would now like to announce the Outstanding Academic Achievement and Best Dissertation Awards. CEU prides itself on the work and the success of its students. Every year, we honour graduating master's students who have achieved the highest GPA in their course, in their programs, and PhD students who have defended the best dissertations. These students were celebrated at a separate ceremony on Thursday. Recipients, please stand up and be recognised by the audience. Congratulations to all the winners. We will now have our second musical interlude with more music from the brass quintet. Jean-Joseph Mouret's Fanfare Rondeau from his Première Suite des Symphonies. Please welcome back the Austrian Brass Consort. Thank you very much. We now move to the Staff and Faculty Awards for 2022. CEU prides itself on its dedicated faculty and supportive staff. This year's awardees exemplify that through their contributions within and beyond CEU. I will ask the President and Rector, Shalini Randeria, to greet the awardees on the stage and hand out the awards. The recipients of the 2022 Excellence Awards are: the CEU Teaching Excellence Award is awarded to Prem Kumar Rajaram. Prof. Rajaram of the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, just in case you don't know who he is being honoured for his highly respected teaching style, which combines intellectual rigour, the promotion of critical inquiry, attention to diversity, care in doctoral supervision, and a deep respect for individual students. He is known across CEU and Europe for his devotion to teaching and support for students from marginalised backgrounds, notably through his contributions to CEU's Roma Access Programs and the Open Learning Initiative, or OLIVE, which he co-founded in 2016. Congratulations, Prem. The CEU Research Excellence Award this year goes to Erin Jenny of the Department of International Relations. Professor Jenny has this year published many peer-reviewed book chapters and journal articles in the highest quality outlets on topics ranging from populism, national identity, diaspora politics, and foreign policy. Her research showcases a range of methodological skills, from quantitative techniques to positivist qualitative case research to discourse analytic work. Congratulations, Erin. The CEU Staff Excellence Award is awarded this year to Zoltan Chesneg. Unfortunately, Zoltan cannot be here with us today. Zoltan is one of the CEU's many unsung heroes who combine his expert knowledge with a service-minded attitude to improve technical operations for all. So congratulations to Zoltan. The CEU Community Service Excellence Award is awarded to two people this year. First, to Andrea Borodi. From the moment Andrea Borodi joined CEU, she's been responsible for handling our COVID-19 communication channel. She has done this with the utmost professionalism, with care, responsibility, energy, and approachability. With outstanding empathy and a clear focus on CEU's priorities for our community's well-being, Andrea has played a significant role in making CEU a safe and enjoyable workplace during this extremely challenging period. The second Community Service Excellence Award goes to Shweta Nair. Shweta's approach to handling the CEU response to the impact of the war in Ukraine on our community has been outstanding. Her efforts in managing multiple related projects like CEU's support initiatives for Ukrainian students, including the donation drive, and coordinating our efforts with the Students' Union have made an enormous impact. We thank you, Shweta. And now we move to the CEU Open Society Prize Award. It is a pleasure and a privilege to introduce this part of the ceremony. This prize is given to outstanding individuals or organizations whose achievements have contributed substantially to the creation of an open society, which is, as you know, the mission so close to the heart of our founder. The 2022 CEU Open Society Prize is being awarded to the Ukraine 5 AM Coalition. I call upon Professor Randeria, President and Rector of Central European University, to deliver the laudatio for this year's CEU Open Society Prize recipient, represented by two of their members, Tetiana Petronchik and Katerina Rashevska.
It is my great pleasure and honor to present, on behalf of CEU, the Open Society Prize to the 5 AM Coalition from Ukraine. The coalition, which comprises 29 member organizations and 4 independent experts, was launched immediately after the Russian military invasion of Ukraine this February, and it has done invaluable work in the areas of documenting crimes against humanity, providing legal analysis, engaging in advocacy at international and national levels, as well as raising awareness about the cruel realities of an unjust war of aggression which continues unabated to this day. This is a new type of war, fought at least on 2 fronts. Those who are responsible for its ravages, even as they deny its very existence, butcher and mutilate innocent civilians, while also distorting and mutilating reality through formidable weapons of mass disinformation. This so-called special military operation depends on manipulation, fake news, and a mendacity just as much as it depends on artillery shells and the blatant violation of international human rights. Therefore, the uncovering and the documentation of these war crimes and crimes against humanities as they occur is more important than ever. Access to information, verifiable knowledge, and legal recourse are just as essential as the basic means of physical survival, at least as long as Ukrainian society is still standing tall in the face of this brutal assault on its democratic and peaceful existence, as long as the fight for Ukrainian independence remains a fight for the universal values of peace, self-determination, and normalcy, as long as we recognize that the fundamental institutions of the rule of law, of a liberal democratic order, and indeed of open society, can only thrive in an environment where post-truth, deepfake, and propaganda are systematically exposed and refuted. It is precisely this commitment to the core principles of a free and open society, the very survival of which depends on the capacity to document war crimes, that makes the 5 a.m. Coalition a worthy recipient of this prize. And of course, by awarding this prize to them, not only do we want to signal our own institutional mission of upholding these core values and principles, but we also wish to reaffirm our unequivocal solidarity with the people of Ukraine. As I mentioned earlier, CEU has done what it could to support its Ukrainian students, faculty, staff, and alumni, many of whom have also joined our efforts by spontaneously organizing the distribution of aid and supplies or the provision of housing and resources for those fleeing the horrors of this war. We have taken and will continue to take every opportunity and initiative to help those displaced by the war, especially young scholars, many of whom we hope to count among our students in the near future. But CEU is more than just an academic institution, and it's our moral imperative to acknowledge the virtues of those civic partners, such as the 5 a.m. Coalition, who safeguard the very spirit of democracy, legality, and humanity. Even in the darkest of hours, the heroism of bearing witness to grave injustice keeps the beacon of hope alive. By awarding its most prestigious prize to the 5 a.m. Coalition, CEU recognizes the coalition's members' immense courage in the face of unimaginable suffering and commends their peaceful pursuit of the fundamentals of open society, of universal justice and human rights.
Thank you very much for awarding us this year's Open Society Prize, an award that will come back with us to Ukraine, a country that has been fighting barbarism and tyranny for 4 months of this bloody war. Ukraine 5 a.m. Coalition includes 29 Ukrainian human rights organizations that collect and document evidence of war crimes and crimes against humanity committed during the Russian armed aggression in Ukraine. 5 o'clock in the morning is a time of morning alarm, when we all woke up from the sounds of explosions in different cities of Ukraine on 24th of February. The very next day, working from the bomb shelters, we already created the first communication channels and began collecting evidence of atrocities in Ukraine. All these 4 months, Russian bombs and rockets have been falling on peaceful Ukrainian cities. Russian troops carry out indiscriminate shelling and destroy strategic infrastructure and civilian facilities, hospitals, kindergartens, schools, universities, residential areas, shoot at public transport and ambulances, kill civilians, including children, rape women, abduct and torture city mayors, journalists, activists in the newly occupied territories by Russia. But this war began for us more than 8 years ago, on 20th of February 2014, when Russia started its invading operation in Crimea. All these years, at 5 o'clock in the morning, Russian security forces in Crimea raided Crimean Tatar homes, conducted searches and arrests. 5 a.m. is a signal, a warning that unpunished evil will come back. For the last 2 decades of Putin's regime, we are walking in the circles of impunity. With each new round, the level of atrocities multiplies, and war criminals receive medals instead of prison cells. In 2008, Russia attacked Georgia. In 2014, it occupied the Crimean Peninsula. In the same year, Russia launched a war in Donbass, which killed over 13,000 people. In 2015, Russia entered the war in Syria with a new avalanche of war crimes. In 2022, Russia attacked whole Ukrainian territory. 18,000 of war crimes are registered by the Prosecutor General Office of Ukraine. These numbers grow daily. 5 a.m. is a time of awakening. We would like the world to wake up and understand. If Ukraine fails to stop Russian aggression in the next 6th round, the war will spread to the rest of Europe. We must unite for justice. The top leadership of the Russian Federation and direct perpetrators of war crimes must finally be held accountable. This war must end on us. I thank you.
Today, I feel very privileged to receive the award, which was one given to Kofi Annan, Joachim Hook, and Médecins Sans Frontières. But believe me, we do not feel like heroes at all. We're just doing our work, we're just doing our best on the home front to help those on the front lines to defend democratic values and human rights. We were born in a free state, a state of law. Until 2014, we, like most of you, knew about horrors of war only from history manuals. But right next door, our neighbor harbored plans to destroy our nation, the plans for transforming Ukraine into ruins. I often ask myself why they hate us so much that they deny us even the right to exist. And I cannot find the answer because I have never felt such a hatred. Our nation have never think about that one day we would have to take up arms and go to defend our land and what we believe in, what is the most valuable for us, our people and our nation. Today is a great honor to receive this award and to stand here in front of you all who acknowledge the achievement of all 29 brilliant organizations. As our state, Ukrainian civil society has proved to the whole world its effectiveness, its expertise, its willingness to defend human rights in any conditions. Unfortunately, the war in Ukraine is not over. Just tonight, Ukraine has faced the biggest missile attack from the full-scale invasion. We were too rushed when we tried to postpone the Crimea and Donbass issues until tomorrow. And tomorrow came on February 24. With it, all these war crimes and crimes against humanity, which became patterns of reality for some areas of Ukraine, reached the scale of mass atrocities and even the genocide against Ukrainian nation. I am talking about deliberate mass attack on civilians and civilian objects, the use of prohibited means of warfare, mass deportation of Ukrainian citizens to the territory of the Russian Federation, illegal adoption of Ukrainian children, mass rape as a method of committing genocide similar to Rwanda scenario, starvation and thirst, and obstructing activities of humanitarian corridors, forced passportization, and mass attack on Ukrainian national identity and cultural heritage. 2 years ago, my graduation from the Taras Shevchenko National University of Kiev was held without a ceremony due to the pandemic. Unfortunately, this year, Ukrainian students are also deprived of these celebrations because of the war. But I still believe that one day we will invite you, as you have invited us today, to share with us Ukrainian victory. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tatiana and Katerina. President and Rector, honored guests, graduates, families, friends, and colleagues. We now move to the final moment of our ceremony. Would the members of the class of 2022 please stand up? In our tradition, one small ceremonial step remains. In a moment, I will ask you to move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side, slowly. Not yet, not yet. In a moment, I will ask you to do it. It's very important that it happens all at the same time, otherwise it's invalid, I think. This symbolic gesture formally identifies you as a university graduate. After that, I will count to 3, and then you can throw your caps in the air together. Okay. Now please move the tassel to the left. And now I will count to 3, so you can throw your cap after 3. 1, 2, 3, now! Distinguished guests, colleagues, families and friends, please join me in applauding the new members of the class of Central European University 2022. Thank you. This afternoon, you are all invited to the opening of a 3-day photo exhibition, Ukraine After the Invasion, at the CEU Cafe. Remarks by our Open Society Prize winners will begin at 1:30. Our ceremony has come to an end, and we are ready for the recessional. Please rise. And please remain standing until the academic recessional is completed.